Hey, what's up, BullFit fam? I'm here with Rob, owner of 1% Fitness. We're so excited. We're going to be partnering with them. We've got hydration sticks and a 15% discount code for all of their subscribers. We're going to go over Rob's story, how he got started. We're going to go take a peek in the back to see the kitchen. Let's do it. Hey, we're here in the front of 1% Fitness with Rob. Yeah, tell us, how did you get started in food?
So it was completely accidental. Was a personal trainer first, and a lot of people couldn't conceptualize preparing good food for themselves. And so I quickly discovered that it was a necessity, and it's something I was really, really good at. My background, questionable choices as a youth, and I ended up incarcerated. And you know, when you get locked up, a lot of people will either find God, fitness, or faith. I found a little bit of God and found a lot of fitness. And kind of with that came the nutrition side. When you're in, heavy substance abuse or use, that is, you neglect that, you neglect relationships, you neglect yourself as a human. And so as I got clean, I discovered that this was my way to help service and contribute back to society.
Oh, how cool. Yeah, I love that.
And I've always been a fat kid at heart, and so I love food.
Oh, same.
That's like my love language. When somebody comes to my house, I'm like, let me feed you, let me nourish you. Because nourishment's a big part of life, right?
100%.
If you're eating trash, you're going to perform like trash. If you're eating good and nourishing your body, well, of course, you're going to perform well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%. Dude, I feel like it's such a great service that you provide. Like, knowing what to make and what to put in your body throughout the day is terribly time consuming. And you just make my life a lot easier by having that delivered to my door, and I know what I need to eat. It just makes everything way better. I'm starting to get really cut too.
That's the side effect of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the convenience, the variety, consistency is a big part of our success, right? And why we continue to operate is we vacuum seal it. Our processes of cooking are very intricate. Cooking, if you smoke something, if you braise something, the different method that you use to cook will have a completely different outcome for the final product. And so in our production, we've came up with a lot of different systems in order to offer the variety, like massive variety. There's 16 different menu items each week, so you don't get burnt out. And the menu rotates. And so if you ate with us for 2 months, you would never, I'm sure you've experienced, you won't eat the same thing unless you choose it.
Yeah, I would like to have meatloaf every day though. So please feel free to do that every week. That would be really nice. Okay, brother, let's go check out the kitchen.
Where the magic happens.
Yeah.
So these are our workhorses, and this is kind of where the majority of the magic happens. We have to be very, very mindful on how each station operates, and in the normal day, people are color-coded in different garb.
People are color-coded?
Well, their coats are.
I don't know if that's legal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Paint them!
Oh, okay, paint them. Okay.
So the people are color-coded based on what their task is. So somebody that's dealing with meat products, raw meat products are typically in red lab coats.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a laboratory back here. And then your blue or white coat people, they're typically post-production, carbohydrates, vegetables. And so the opportunity for cross-contamination is mitigated by color coding your different positions or...
Dude, that's so interesting. I'd love to see that in action someday. Cool. Let's go on to the next machine. Yeah, this is your pride and joy. I can tell your eyes just light up. You're giddy with excitement. So what is this beast?
So this is the vacuum sealing machine. This machine has the ability to push through 22 trays per minute. So it runs them extremely fast, and when you vacuum seal, you prevent oxygen from getting into the food. So it gives you the ability to preserve without preservatives. When you look at a handful of other brands, what they do is they do MAP, or modified atmospheric pressure. By that, they're actually pumping nitrogen into the container with the food to preserve it. Now, if you have Google or ChatGPT or any of those programs, and you type in a search of what nitrogen does to your body when consumed, it's not pretty. When you have the vacuum seal, all of your moisture and liquid stays within inside of the food.
So you got plenty of water in there?
Nope,
Oh, no water.
no water.
Okay.
And so part of our process is we go cook and then flash freeze and then vacuum seal. When you flash freeze, the water freezes so quickly that it doesn't have time to allow the water molecule to expand.
Flash freeze.
Flash freeze.
Oh, what does that look like?
Let's show you.
Okay.
The Vanna White. This is the cryo, or we'll call it the flash freezer / cryo. If you go in there, it's complete darkness. But this has the ability to go, let's call it 55 degrees negative. So the flash freeze process versus like a hard freeze. Flash freeze, you're going sub 55 super fast, and you're not completely freezing the chicken or whatever meat you're putting in here. You're actually just getting it down below temperature super fast. So again, water, when you freeze it, if you freeze it slow, it expands. When it expands, say for example in a piece of chicken, it will actually disrupt the actual structure of the chicken. Whereas when you freeze it super fast, you're not leaving it frozen for a long window of time. It's just a quick freeze, and it will actually lock that moisture inside. So when you take chicken out of the oven and you see all that steam coming off, you give it just a short amount of time to cool down so it's not steaming, and then you throw it in there, and then it cools it so quickly that that water stays inside of it. So not frozen, but we want to keep them at a temperature so when they transport and they arrive, that they'll be the proper temperature, assuming somebody could possibly leave them on their porch for a couple of hours. And so as we pack them on a combination of ice and dry ice to ensure that when they arrive, they're the proper temperature. Because there's nothing worse than getting a delivery and it's on your porch and it's spoiled. And so your whole entire prep gone out the window. All right, so the vacuum seal process. Check it out. It looks like space age food because it is.
Ooh la la.
So we've removed the oxygen to preserve the food. This machine right here can pump through 22 trays per minute. It goes fast. Now, the importance of the vacuum seal is to one, preserve your food, and to two, keep the quality and the taste and the flavor in there. And part of being HACCP compliant is you have to make sure that there's going to be no metal in the food or no contaminants. And so after it goes through this vacuum seal process, the next step is metal detection and then labeling. Now, what you'll see here is everything is fresh. There's no frozen vegetables, there's no garbage, and then even better, if you read this label, you can pronounce everything that's in there, right? So out of our whole entire list of sauces, I think our total number is 128 different menu items that we have. There's only 4 sauces that are not made in-house. Hot sauce, soy sauce, hoisin sauce, and mayploy. Besides that, all of our sauces are made in-house. And then you'll see the color, right? People eat first with their eyes prior to eating with their mouth, right? They are sizing it up.
Dude, you know what I love about this? Like everything's right about 50 grams of protein. So about 40 to 50 grams of protein. For me, you know, I'm always bodybuilding. I love bodybuilding. And, you know, I'm always trying to hit that number. It's so hard to hit that number. But most of your meals have that. It's so convenient. How do you source your meat and your vegetables?
I love that. So we use the local food purveyor, and a lot of our meats are coming from local ranches. And so our beef is hormone-free, antibiotic-free. Redbird chicken, if you give them a Google, they are the platinum standard for chicken nationwide. They actually are NAE, that's no hormone or antibiotic ever. They're range chickens, right? So they're out eating the stuff that's on the land, the bugs, the different things like that. A lot of other processing plants that process chickens, they are slaughter, process, out the door. but before they go out the door, they pump them with saline. Saline's kind of like a saltwater mix, right?
Yeah.
And that's to increase the weight of the chicken.
Oh,
But
so they can sell it for a higher
sell it
market?
for more. Now, here's the thing is when you cook that, that liquid is going to dissipate, right, or evaporate. And so the weight of your chicken is going to be much less. And so inside of our processes, on a per production basis, my staff is checking out what we call the yield. They're doing a yield test to make sure that, like, prior to us going to Redbird, they would do a yield test and make sure that, like, they weren't pumping with saline. One of the processes with Redbird is they don't pump with saline. So they do no modification to the chicken after they process it.
Wow, and no modification during, because it's not pumped full of steroids or
Correct.
antibiotics and all that crap.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm starving. Okay, yeah, so yeah, let's eat, bro. Oh my goodness, I'm starving. I worked out super heavy shoulders before I got here. We just got done filming, and Rob gave me this amazing best baked chicken. It's got 51 grams of protein. Something like this would take an average person, I don't know, 45 minutes to cook. Probably take me like all day to cook something like this. So we're just gonna throw it in here in the microwave for 1 minute and 45 seconds, and yeah, we're gonna be done. Come on, hurry, hurry, hurry. Ooh. Just rip it and eat it. Ooh. Makes me big and strong. Dinner talk. Honey, how was your day?
It was great. So this one time I was taking another pre-workout. You know, I didn't quite have the pump and the feeling that I was seeking. And the other part is like the cleanliness of it, right? Because we have clean food. And if you're doing pre-workout every single morning and you're taking sucralose and all that bullshit every single morning, it's gonna pile up, right? Because it's something you're consistently using. If you're like, hey, I'm gonna take sucralose 1 to 2 days out of the week, it's not gonna impact you as much as if it's a daily routine, like a religious thing that you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, like my pump, my energy, like across the board was
I
great.
see parallels with what you do with your company and what I do with my company, 100%. We have third-party testing, so after everything's completely done, we make sure all the ingredients are exactly correct. They get through testing, and if it's off a little bit, then we just go back to the drawing board. We actually had to do that with one of our products. And it delays things, but that's how much attention we put into everything we do.
Having no artificial dyes, it's a big deal, right? Like I feel like every pre-workout should be a standard thing, right? Where every single company should not be allowed to put this colored petroleum inside of their pre-workout, right? Like, cool, it has color. Does it make it taste any better? No.
Okay guys, thanks for watching. That was so fun. I'm full, and yeah, I feel like my muscles are happy right now. That was so sick, Rob. Thank you so much for having us. This is actually a storefront, right?
Yes, so we've got 2 locations. The Lehigh location is 305 South, 850 East, Unit 101A, Lehigh. You'll see a big 1% sign. And then we got the Sandy location, which is our OG location. What to expect when you come in? Happy smiling faces that want to feed you and take care of you. In the Lehigh location, we also have an in-body scanner where we'll actually have people come in, do scans, and then do nutritional consultations to make sure they're on the right path to whatever their goal is.
Oh, so cool. And what about your Instagram? Where can people find you on socials?
Sweet. So numeric 1%, PRCNT, FIT.
Okay, 1% Fit. Make sure to check them out and subscribe immediately, because it's going to change your life. It's healthy, it's good for you, and you don't have to worry about going to the grocery store and making this stuff on your own. Okay guys, we've got a discount code going on. It's 15% off all BullFit product, and it's 1% spelled out O-N-E, and 1% Fitness also has an amazing discount right now. It's 25% off, coupled with a subscription. It actually takes how much off?
10 more. So you're a total of 35.
35%? My goodness. Okay, that's a smoking hot deal. Thank you so much for joining. The code for the 25% off is BullFit. Thanks for showing up.